Hey guys, a look at how Jaden performed over the weekend. What we are seeing over here is really nothing short of amazing. 88% of 368 unit on launch day at average price of 2451 PSF. That is wow. I really didn't expect 88%. Okay, I personally only predicted, or rather only expected maybe about 60 plus 70%, but 88% is wow. I really don't know what to say. And it's not like the price was super amazing. It was really even on the high side, and 2-4 something is pretty much around the average that I kind of predicted in my previous Jaden video. And it seems that people see it as a very 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 good deal. In fact, they even call it like even the most more successful than the reserve residents. Okay, so let's take a look at some parts of the article to see certain points that I find was a little bit more interesting. 2451, like what we mentioned just now, this is development by Capital Land. Almost, I would say, all the 1 and 2 bedroom units were completely sold out. That means the quantum that were more digestible in a way were snapped up quickly. Even those that were in $2+ million range for two plus study were almost all, if I'm not wrong, totally being taken up, which is really really crazy. And okay, they say more than 99% of the buyers are Singaporeans and permanent residents, with about close to 60% age 40 and below. That means maybe there were even 1 or 2 foreigner buyers. Since it's not 100%, right, there must be 1 or 2 foreign buyers, which is still crazy. And 62 of them were currently staying in the western part of Singapore, which is kind of expected because there will be people along the east that really don't believe in the west. They have seen very very intense bias against those in the west, especially the extreme part of west. That's why 62% I think is still pretty decent already. I would expect maybe about 70-80%, but 62%, so it seems like more and more people are more acceptable towards going towards the far west side of Singapore. Maybe because it has all the stuff, it has all the malls, MRT, interchange, or whatever. If you want it, you have it. I think not to discount the location, it is still, yes, it is very ulu, very a little bit more extreme, although not the most extreme I would say is Tuas, but more extreme part of Singapore, which is Jurong East. But if you are the kind that kind of work from home mostly, it is pretty much quite a self-sufficient area. You have almost everything at pretty much your doorstep. So Jaden has set the new benchmark for the locale. Many buyers are comfortable and confident. I don't know whether they are comfortable and confident, but I would say maybe they are. I don't know. To me, it's delusional. Unfortunately, it's madness. I'm sorry to say, but it's really madness. And if you think about it, just barely, not even 2 years ago, around there, we were seeing this kind of price point for Canning Hill Piers, a big development right on top of MRT. For Canning Hill Piers, almost very very similar price point. Of course, not as high on average wise but on the high floors are hitting that kind of prices, which is insane. But people are accepting it as it is. Why? I think there are, personally, I see quite a lot of developments that are available now. Still a way better deal than Jaden. That's what we see here. But it seems that people really think about this as an investment. How is this gonna be an investment? Come on, guys, you gotta think. Today you ended at whichever price, 2-4 something. In order to exit with decent profits, decent good profits, you need at least 350 PSF appreciation. That means today if you enter at this guy's pricing, you need to sell at 2,800 PSF in 3 to 5 years. How sure are you that you're gonna be selling at 3 to 5 years later at 2,800 PSF? Oh gosh, 2,800 PSF. Of course, I will wish that you'll be able to sell it there at that price, because I myself will be able to exit very, very, very comfortably. Because if somebody can set a benchmark at Jurong 2008, there's no question from the profitability of my current investments, right? Same goes for my clients. So I really kind of from the bottom of our hearts with my clients, we thank you for your service. We should talk a little bit later, but the rest are pretty much quite standard things. How comfortable it is, how whatever it is. But we should know very, very clearly by now that convenience is not the most important when it comes to property investment. Of course, if you are looking at this from an occupier point of view, owner-occupier point of view, then like I said just now, this is the very, very comfortable place for you to stay in. Self-sufficient, you have basically everything at your doorstep. So this is really quite a decent place. Big malls are all around there. Okay. But let's take a look again at J Gateway. Let's see. So the annualized for this, you can see other than this guy at the top, which not exactly very accurate because it's incurring some selectivity, but it doesn't matter. The most of it is the top few percentage, even the top tier percentage yield for their investment is about 3 plus 4%, which is pretty decent, not too shabby. Could have been better, but it's still clocking in at about 3 plus 4%. But definitely not the most profitable in my opinion, because I'm going to show you a few other developments that are easily way better than this what we are seeing right now. J Gateway had 169 transactions that are profitable, and 2 of them are totally unprofitable. We are not even looking at those that are net unprofitable. So let's see. This particular development, we have 270 of them that is profitable, 0 of them lost money. Other than the first one, okay, which is quite a lot higher than the rest. The rest are clocking in at about 6 plus to 8, which is almost twice the yield of J Gateway. So if I'm looking at property as an investment, I would definitely want to go for something that can give me much better yields than this, right? And those with the higher yields, you can see all these are exiting way before. Only recently these people managed to make it with quite decent amount of profits, but to make this kind of money in 10 years, whereas these guys over here are making like 5 years making this kind of chunk of money. This one also another big chunk. All these like this. I think this second option, I think obviously is a way better deal lah. I think, of course, if you don't agree, feel free to voice out and I'll see how I can understand from your point of view lah. But to me, from as a property investor point of view, there is no reason why I would choose this rather than this. So I would definitely want something that has a better bang for my buck. This is another one. Also, the other two are way higher than the rest, but this is even higher. We have the top 6 to all the way to 9% yield, annualized returns. And all these we are talking about gross returns. We're not even talking about actual ROI yet. So this is actually still way better than J Gateway. Because why am I using J Gateway? And I would even think that J Gateway is a more fundamentally sound development than Jayen is. And unfortunately, even J Gateway didn't manage to perform as well as these two guys did. So I really cannot foresee how Jayen is going to outperform J Gateway or even outperform these guys over here. So how can we justify Jayen as an investment? I really don't know. And I really foresee that there are going to be the next few days as the FOMO crowd dies down, because I would say the developers really did a very, very, very good job of clustering everyone together, making them wait for 10 plus, or was it even up to 12 hours? I don't know. I know there's a huge crowd at the tentage. They're waiting and waiting and waiting like mad over there, because the developers created a superb job at creating a FOMO atmosphere, which forces people to, hey, I waited for 10 plus hours already. I must definitely get something out of it. And therefore, people are willing to pay 2007 plus 2008 for even Jayen. I don't know. When I see this, when I hear the prices, and when I first saw the prices before those units were gone, I was like thinking, who the hell will even buy that at that kind of price, right? But apparently it got snapped up like some biggest deal in the market. Oh, wow. Oh, every time I think about it, I'm sorry, but every time I think about it, I just gotta take a step back, take a breather before I can accept what is really really happening over here. Then again, I need to I need to hold back, and then think about how this is going to be beneficial to the rest of the market. And as it is now, we are already experiencing like 3 to 4 developments at least, or rather five actually. Some of my clients actually know which are the 5 developments lah. So they have or are already planning for price increment thanks to J Gateway, and because of that, like I said, we thank you guys for the great optimism in our market, and hopefully there won't be any cooling measures from this lah. But we'll see. Wouldn't be surprised if we have one coming in because of the crazy hype that OCR, and it's not even like a borderline OCR, it's like far OCR is giving this kind of price. Let's hope not lah. Okay. Anyway, back to this. The U is much better at this. This is another one, and all these 3 so far are not making any upfront unprofitable transactions. To be clear, even J Gateway had 2, and all these 3 of them have none. This one is not as crazy, but it's still quite a lot significantly higher than the U of J Gateways. And then we got 2 more. We're going to show you another one. This is also starting from high 6 plus all the way to 9% returns. Okay, this is the 4th one with absolutely no unprofitable transactions, with 200 of them that actually making money. So these are pretty much foolproof investment options. And a lot of people think that, hey, TT, you say so easy. Hindsight is 2020. Well, I'm not saying that everyone can guarantee profitability, but what we can do is we can follow the blueprints of these guys. They are the hard hitter, what I call hard hitters, the hard hitter profit makers. We're not telling you to reinvent the wheel. Just follow accordingly. Just stick to the safer side. Even if you don't make like this amount of gains, at least you can walk away with this amount of gains, as long as you stay rational. But the problem is a lot of people don't want to stay rational. They see property investment as emotional need rather than a logical solution to their financial troubles lah. Because ultimately, a lot of us, we want to grow our money more efficiently. That's why we are in property investment, right? If not, you won't even bother looking at this channel. Those people who are just purely owner occupied, they wouldn't sit through this long session on trying to maximize their use. So definitely, you are here still sitting, you are definitely more of an investor. Of course, unless you are the rest of the agents, your bosses are asking you to listen to my talk. So yep, I'm providing free training for you, which is getting more and more common. But well, it's not like I don't know about it. So let's move on. This is the last one that I'm going to show you the example. 125 of them also profitable. None of them lost money. Even this one also probably lowest of the few. Did I have a 4 plus? Yeah, I think I did, right? So anyway, this is starting from 5+% all the way up to 7+8%. You can see all these example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are all much higher than the use of J Gateway. So why would you want to not go for a better investment option? And why we want to confine yourself to this? Probably will take quite some time for some people to sink in. After the FOMO fever over the past 2-3 days, and then they realize that they're getting into a bad investment, they probably want to decide to forfeit and that kind of thing. So very likely we are going to see people forfeiting units like that. So that will be something surprising to me. But then again, very good round of applause to the developer for creating such an atmosphere to successfully sell 80% of their stock, which is really, really impressive. And also the agents that are able to hype up their clients to that level. I really salute you. How how is there any logic? Come on, guys. How is there any logic? I don't know. Maybe I'm too logical for my own good. I've seen some agents, they are telling their client, oh, we are gonna make like 300 plus to 500 profits with an entry price of Jurong at 2,700 plus PSF. 2,700 plus PSF, you need 300 plus PSF to move. You're going to be exiting at 3,000 plus PSF for Jurong in 3 to 5 years. Wow. Still find it very hard to accept, unfortunately. Please, give me some optimism to hit 3,000 PSF. I mean, I would like to cheer you to hit 3,000 plus PSF. Then my current investments will definitely make a much better margin, right? But as of now, I really don't see how we can go towards 3,000 plus PSF for Jurong in 3 to 5 years. Even those on the lower end, like, come on, if you are looking at that Jayen highest PSF transaction, that is a very small unit, by the way. How do you get the confidence to even enter your small unit from a very, very high starting PSF? The only reason why is because you're not doing enough research. That's just as simple as it is. Okay, but anyway, like I said, thank you for your service. There is a very eye-opening weekend, and because of that, thanks to you, a lot of the other developers are going to move their price. My current investors are definitely going to thank you. But the future buyers, yeah, I think if you guys want to hop onto the bandwagon, I think you better do before it's too late, before the developers really start pushing out their prices, thanks to all this, because a lot of other developments have also started to move due to the spillover effects of Jayen, from people who have failed to book a unit at Jayen, and also people who realize that Jayen is selling at an absolutely ridiculous price, and then they started looking and committing to other units. And therefore, before you start complaining, I think it's best for you to start exploring and really considering what are you going to be settling down for. So that will be all we have for today, and then see you guys. Bye bye.